Okay, hello and welcome back. We are gonna go ahead and continue doing I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. I wasn't sure at first. I thought maybe it would just be a one-off, but I've been enjoying this game. M is back as well. Say hi, M.
Hi, Em.
Hi, M. Um, and as you can see, I'm going camera on this time because I feel like this is a game that's gonna make me cry. And if that's gonna happen, then I want it to happen on camera.
Cry on camera. Cry on camera.
Okay, we are loading up. We are right where we stopped last time. We're kind of going nerd this run, working on like engineering, biology, reasoning, stuff like that. Although we have been working a little bit on our toughness because I want to see what's outside of the town, and you can't do that until you are either tough or brave enough. That
Or
said,
old enough.
or
Or
old
old
enough.
enough.
Got it, got it. That said, I'm also extraordinarily stressed out.
Yeah.
It's not like anything has
Me in
happened
real
recently.
life.
Yeah, it's not like anything happened recently that might make me stressed out. Hi, Tan.
Snow is
They melt
acid.
almost. Okay, so the snow stings because it's made of acid. So, like, what? Professor
Yeah.
Hal says it isn't harmful and an important part of the natural cycle here. It freezes at 12 degrees Celsius and turns into tiny crystals that are so heavy they fall from the clouds. So, I mean, it is actually snow, I guess I was. Although, if it's freezing, well, there's a difference between snow and, like, hail, but whatever. And
Yeah.
then she puts it on her tongue, so apparently it's not like toxic.
It's just acid. I mean, like lemon juice is acid.
It tastes kind of sour but sweet. Fascinating. Yeah, I guess like lemon juice. Tang pulls a. Why does she call herself Tang instead of Tan? I just feel like Tan is a better shortening of tangent. Not that my opinion matters.
It freezes at 12 degrees Celsius?
Yeah, as opposed to water, which freezes at 0, right?
Yeah, but that's 53 degrees outside. Like
Yeah,
in Fahrenheit.
yeah. It freezes pretty. That's why it's not cold, right? They mentioned before that the cold isn't, or that the snow isn't cold.
Yeah, they did. They did mention that it's not cold.
Ooh, my chroma key is not great. I'm getting a little bit of snow around my image as well. Anyway, not important.
Uh-huh.
It's because I'm using or the backup camera, right?
Yeah, you're using one of my backup cameras.
Because the camera I used to have was perfect. Anyway, that's not what this stream's about.
Yeah, before it died.
The big mushrooms changed in shape and color before the snow began to fall. I wonder, is there some sort of signal that precedes the changing of the seasons? What happens if I expose samples collected in dust season to snow from a quiet season? I love the adorable, like, I want to learn all of the things. Like, this is why I kind of gravitated toward Tangent.
Yeah, she's cool.
I wish I was allowed to just take a month off when I was stressed. Tangy, get it? Tangy like tangent? Oh, we used to call her Tangent? Okay, fair enough. Still can't train. I'm not at 20 toughness yet. Dis, I'm sorry I ratted on you. I was just trying to keep you safe after someone died. Collection of rocks. If you like rocks, maybe the crystal cluster will be for you. Nope, apparently not. I mean, I do
Well,
get the
he likes
+1.
it.
I get the +1, but he's like, I'll, I guess, find something to do with it.
It just means it's not his favorite
Look,
item.
I'm just trying to apologize for calling the cops on you. That's all. Medicinal roots. I gotta remember to like wander around and check and see if things are spawning.
They don't spawn like every single month. They have a I think like once a season spawn rate, but it's not consistent. It's a once a season chance, I think.
Gotcha. And I assume there are like specific points on the map that it could spawn.
Yeah, I think in the Strato colony, there's only those two locations that you've seen.
Right, because I haven't been able to go outside yet.
Yeah, inside the Strato colony. But there's like spawn slots.
So I'm looking for Cal in the garden when we nearly trip over someone else, one of the younger kids, and they're blindfolded. Hey, I was almost done. Well, it's your own fault for being in the way.
And blindfolded.
And blindfolded. Hi, Cal. Dude, you were so close. Cirrus, of course, named for the clouds, stamps his feet and complains that you got in his way. It's not his fault, Cal says. He didn't know we were. Wait a second, I have to plug in my mouse is running low on battery. He didn't
Oh
know that we were
dang.
playing a game. Give me a sec. I want to teach him how to play. Okay. Sorry, Selene. I was teaching Cirrus a new game, but he's more like an anemone than I thought. Real competitive, you know? I've been trying to come up with different kinds of games other than sports ball. No winners or losers. I just want to have fun with my friends. Oh, that's so wholesome.
He's such a good guy.
Do you want to learn how to play? Yes, obviously. Which is going to give me some friendship with Cal. Radical! Okay, so first you put on this blindfold. Okay, but can you tell me the rules maybe before I put on the blindfold,
No,
please?
you put on the blindfold. Trust
Nope.
him.
Nope. I'm going to spin you around, and when I let you go, you got to listen to my instructions. We're going to walk all the way to the cafeteria, okay? Oh, I bet I know what's going to happen, and then I have to find my way back. I bet is the game.
No, I think it's just you have to get there. I don't remember.
First, you got to walk forward 10 steps. Obviously, I'm going to do my best. Like, I don't want Cal to be, like, upset. You take 10 steps straight forward, holding your hands out for balance. The rocky dirt between the garden beds crunches under your feet. Yeah! Now turn to your right and take 15 steps until you get to the door. I love how get it right is my only option, and it needs empathy 10.
Well, you could if you. I think if you don't have the empathy, then you mess up.
I probably would have messed that up, yeah. You turn to the right, walk forward, counting out 15 steps. When you stop, Cal laughs. I forgot how much bigger I am than you. You're like 2 more steps away. Take 2 more steps. Boom, there's the door. Hey, at least I didn't walk into it.
Almost.
Awesome. Now, hit the door button on the right, then keep walking forward until I say stop. Go really slowly, okay? Open the door and start to walk forward. The path slopes downward, your feet slip a bit, even though you're moving as slowly as you can. Real dirt is nothing like the metal floors of Stratospheric. That makes sense. It's turbo rocky here. Just keep going forward slowly. Okay. I don't have the 20 empathy to implicitly trust him. But no. Unfortunately, I hit a root. I fall. Ouch. So he's nice about it. Are you okay? I'm fine. Like I just tripped. It's not a big deal. Sorry, Selene. I'll be a better helper next time. Do you want some potato juice? What the hell is potato?
I think it's watermelon potato.
That's awful. That's like
Yeah.
almost as bad, maybe even worse than the potatoes from Fallout, which are like potatoes and
Tomato potato.
tomatoes. Yeah.
Tomato potatoes. Tomato potatoes. Well,
But
I
we're going
think
to
potatoes are like that because they have the juiciness of watermelon, but the caloric intake of potatoes.
I mean that sounds like something I could get behind. Hi,
Right.
Dad. You're looking a little worn out, my little firefly. You have no idea. You know, despite what your mom might say, there is such a thing as too much work. Maybe some R&R over in the lounge would help you recharge those solar cells. Yeah, but I also need a hug. Yeah, a little bit of loyalty, a little bit less stress.
Which does mean that you can do something this month instead of resting.
Oh,
If you want.
interesting. So if I wanted to now, but my stress is already so high, it might be a good
Well,
idea
yeah, but that
anyway.
means we'll just have to rest next month. But like if you needed to postpone it for one reason or another.
Got it. I hate schoolwork, but my dad's told me that a good education is necessary for all people of culture. I feel like she's doing air quotes when she says that.
It-
So I guess I gotta do it. I'm doing the science parts last, though. Tell her about your day. Persuasion. I love the card. The card that I get if I tell her about my day is called boring. Okay, so I do have a small amount of. Okay, so what do I want to be working on right now?
Yeah.
I feel like. I feel like maybe I should hang out with my parents, shovel dirt, and then I'll take my rest next month. I feel like, sometimes doing things, getting active is a good way to get your mind off of things.
I think shoveling dirt also gives you ups with Cal too, yeah.
Speaking of which, Cal scurries past me, moving with a purpose. Well, obviously I'm going to follow him. He's so absorbed in whatever's in the broken storage box that he doesn't hear you. Did he catch a bug or something? You can do it. Come on, go, go, go. Selene, uh, what do you need? Cal, what's in the box? It's nothing. It's nothing. I mean, obviously I'm gonna look.
Gotta look.
Oh, it's so cute. It's a pink caterpillar-like creature about the length of my arm. Okay, it's not cute anymore.
It's cute.
It was
It's
it was
adorable.
cute when I thought it was like a caterpillar, but now that it's like 2 feet long, I'm not 100% on board anymore.
Well, you're a kid, so maybe it's only a foot long.
I worry that we are now like bringing the enemy into the house right now. I don't know what we were attacked by during the glow, but what is that? I don't know. I looked it up on Surveyor Archives, but nobody's found anything like it before. Did you know about it? Yeah, it showed up on one of the first shipments of mushwood. Oh, I see. It came from off-world? No, mushwood I assume came from
Mushwood
elsewhere,
is.
right?
I believe that the main tree like
Yeah.
things are mushrooms, so mushwood would be the trees.
Just curled up in a little cocoon. It looked like a dried up leaf, but warm. I didn't want to throw it away in case whatever was inside was still living, and no one was using this busted up storage box, so. Oh, look at it. Okay.
It's so cute.
Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cute. You look like a big old caterpillar, but cuter. Maybe we call you a dillypillar. Sure, why not, Cal? It has 6 feet, and we're going to name him Socks. Socks the dillypillar. It could be dangerous, though. Like, again, it might just eat you. But everything could be dangerous on this planet. That's not an argument. Anyway, you're 10 or you're
Yay,
11.
so
It's fine.
cute.
We are 11 at this point, right?
You're 11. I think he's 12. You can click on him maybe to figure out what his age is.
I can at least get my. Yeah, he is 12. You're right.
Oh.
And I don't know his augment, and I don't know his birthday. I don't know anything else about him. See, she's a plant eater. Plant eaters are the good guys, like us. Yeah, like us. We're the good guys. Let's go with that. I don't know how long you think you're going to be able to hide her for, Cal. Like, I don't think a broken storage box is the natural environment for whatever this creature is. Go to sleep, little buggy wuggy. Doll. All right, time to get to work. As you get older, challenges have conditions. The challenge suit, social, mental, or physical, determines what conditions can appear and which decks will work best. Try to collect social cards if you want to win battles for social skills. Okay, that all makes sense.
They give you some of the challenges will give you like all social cards get +1 or something like that. So their
Okay.
numbers will go.
So, I'm looking for 11 essentially because I get the +1 from the Sun Medallion.
Yep.
Now, it says 5 kudos if I get the goal exactly. So it's not
Yeah.
necessarily that I want to get as high as possible this time, right?
You can get as high as possible. You get what, like a couple of kudos if you get the highest. But
No, that's still 14.
what if you take the 2 out? And put the ones back in, but with color matching.
That gives me 12, right? Because I have 11, or is that a plus? No, the plus one is part of that. Okay.
Yeah, I try to change around. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
yeah, yeah.
that'll
That's
get.
what I was looking for. I just wanted to make sure that it was actually 12 and not 11, right? Okay, cool.
The plus one next to the 12 indicates that it's already been added.
And now I'm up in stress to the point where I should probably rest.
Yeah.
And I got friendship with Cal, and my 4 toughness gets me up to 21, so now I can go outside of the.
And remember that you can unlock it. Like you can unlock things before you do them.
Yeah. So much has happened in the last month since the monster attack during Glow. The idea of this planet as a peaceful utopia has been shattered. The security squads are training new members and keeping close watch on the gates now. They're reinforcing the walls and even installing a few robotic turrets. In class, you have drills on what to do if the colony is attacked again. In all the excitement, you forget that today is your birthday. Your parents haven't forgotten. They wake you up early with enthusiastic shouts of surprise! Okay, so a Vertumnan year is only a little longer than a year on Earth, so you've taken up its calendar for birthdays. Yours is in the second month of quiet. Good to know. Spark snow slowly drifts past your porthole window as you snuggle with your dad. Your mom climbs up too and sits on the edge of your bed. Your dad pulls a bowl of fruit from behind his back with a flourish, like a magic trick. At least you think it's a fruit. They are bobber fruit. That bobber fruit does not look particularly tasty.
Honestly, I think it looks delicious, but
The foragers have been picking these just outside the walls. They might look funny, but they're tasty. It's soft and takes a bit like lemon but blue. Okay, fair enough. I bet you can't wait to join the surveyors out there. Who knows what else you'll find? Solane is not allowed outside the gates. It's too dangerous for kids. For now. I'll be able to go out pretty soon. Well, I mean, but eventually. But not now. It's funny because the next thing I'm planning on doing is actually leaving, so we'll see. Not since the attack, not with everything we know is out there. You knew about the monsters. Admit it. You knew it. I love how I'm still at 50-50 on the rebellion scale.
it's good. It's good.
The surveyors knew there was something dangerous out there we hadn't encountered. But we didn't know it would attack the colony. We thought if we closed the gates and stayed outside, it wouldn't see us as a threat. We just didn't want to scare everyone. It was a precaution. Yeah, it was a necessary precaution. Even still, it's clear that everyone should know how to defend themselves if it happens again. Yeah, that's true. Thus, the little bit of toughness that I'm picking up, right? Although I see that combat is a skill that I can pick up as well. To be clear, this includes knowing when to run away. And then we've got self-defense lessons, which is probably a good idea. I've heard stories of kids sneaking outside the walls. If I catch you doing that, I'm going to put a chip in your ear. I can't tell if she's joking. I don't. No, never. I would never. Of course I would never.
I love that you laugh. Your mom does not.
Yeah,
laugh.
she does not laugh.
She is fully serious about that.
Okay, onward to mid-quiet.
If you go to the gates, you can at least knock out that challenge.
I am tough enough. Oh, this is the challenge. Okay, I see.
But
Yeah.
you had to get the skills to be able to convince them to let you go outside.
Listen, I can see you're a tough cookie. I'd love to have you on my surveyor team in the future, but you have to wait a few more years first. Psst. Hey, it's Dis. I was wondering if I was going to get to talk to you, because I know that Dis has been outside the walls, right? Dis is all over the place.
Constantly outside the walls.
Say that again?
He's constantly outside.
He's barely even in here. So I'll follow him. Kitten is trying to eat my whiteboard. I love you, Kitten.
Not having a tasty whiteboard.
You're so cute. I love you. You're much cuter than that little caterpillar.
Excuse you, Socks is adorable.
He leads you silently along the walls. I feel like Socks is going to get a lot bigger. Like, a lot bigger.
Probably.
Apparently he found... Okay, so he leads you silently along the walls toward the garrison, crouches down in the bushes between the sports ball field and the security pavilion, and then he's gone. Ooh, I unlocked Sneak Out. Because there's a grate that is loose. Okay, of course, he's able to get out. If the adults won't let you visit the Valley of Vertigo or the subaqueous swamps or the other cool places surveyors get to go, well, you could just sneak through here to explore just outside the colony walls. If Dis does it, how dangerous could it be? I would not use that as a measuring stick.
I would never use this as a measuring stick, but that's just me.
Okay, doesn't look like anybody has anything to say. I'm just going to do a quick item sweep. Oh, wait. Okay, Cal is scrubbing his hands at the water barrel, trying unsuccessfully to get all of the dirt out from under his fingernails. I mean, I feel like Cal's fingernails are permanently dirt encrusted.
Well, yeah, he also likes that, though.
Stupid. Stupid. Ugh. Oh, he's full on crying. Why did they have to... It's not fair. We didn't do anything to them. I assume he's talking about whatever it is that attacked us. Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there. I was just, washing my hands.
Wasn't he in Geoponics over Glow?
I don't know where he was during the glow.
'Cause I feel like there was a moment where like you got a screen with your parents and Cal, and it's like they won't tell you what happened in Geoponics.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So maybe Cal had to do some murder of small animals.
We could do the Want to Train Together challenge. On your way to the sports ball pitch, Anemone shares the story of the time her brother Com once spiked the ball so hard that he broke Utopia's nose back when she used to play too. I wonder if that's what stopped her from playing. But don't go easy on me. That's why we have med beds, right? Plus, I might get a cool scar. like this one, yes.
I love Nem. She's cute.
So then I trapped it in my room. Its wings were as big as my hand and it had feelers like, whoa! It was bouncing all over the place, like boing, boing, boing. The bugs here are so big and they're everywhere. I hate that. I hate that they're so big. I was gonna give it to Tang. She loves gross bug stuff, but she said I should just let it go because if it stung me, I might get weird mutant powers. I mean, you know, other than the one I already have. And I wanted to see if I got more weird mutant powers, so I started jumping around off higher and higher things until I was jumping off the back of the ship. And I got in so much trouble, but it wasn't even that high. Yes, Nem is awesome. Very, very fearless. Hold on. I'm gonna die. I busted up my knees and it's so itchy when my scales grow in. Okay, so the scales are her mutation, yeah?
Yeah, we're getting her augment.
I'm assuming that her augment is, especially if she gets hurt, then it grows back scales, which is kind of cool. I wonder if it's permanent. Like, will she eventually get all scales all over her body? Or do the scales,
we've
like...
already seen her as an adult.
Do they shed? I have not seen her as an adult.
Yeah, in the opening sequence, you saw her as an adult.
Oh, did I? Okay. I also noticed that some of her freckles are stars, which is adorable.
It is so cute.
Don't pick at it. But, Mom, it's so scratch-tastically itchy. Yeah, been there. I know, but the more you pick at it, the thicker your scales are going to grow in. But what if I want to have cool scales? At the rate you're going, I'm sure it'll be covered in them before you know it. No need to rush. So we now know Anemone's augment. Her skin is dotted with patches of protective blue-green scales that grow in whenever she gets a cut or a scrape. She rubs the patch on her jaw indignantly, the one where she ran headfirst into the food synthesizer back on the ship. So this is part of why she's so reckless. Right? She's like, okay,
It's so reckless because she basically gets body armor as a response to anytime she gets hurt.
Yeah.
So like at that point, what's the worst that happens? You can do it again harder next time. Like
Apparently, the queue for the nanoprinter, which we talked about last time, is over a week long. So I patched your pants with scrapes from your brother's clothes or with scraps from your brother's clothing. Please try not to put any more holes in them or yourself. Galactic. She breathes as she runs the fingers over the odd-colored patches. Yeah, that's the big thing is she might heal, but her clothes don't.
yeah.
In the middle of the yard, she's like, "I'm gonna put new pants on, no big deal." Why, I look like a fighter jet from the Hollows. Like when they'd stencil your kill count on your plane. Or like
That's
a really
adorable.
cool scar. Yeah, my pants are scarred just like me.
Could you imagine if every time that you got a cut or something, you ended up with like hard patchy scales all over yourself?
Again, it kind of tells the story, right? It tells the story of where
Right?
you've been and what you've done, but also I feel like over a long enough period of time, it would get pretty irritating. Now I'm gonna sit alone with my holopalm. I'm gonna lose some stress. I'm gonna gain this hooked on your holopalm card. Maximum relaximum. Do you want to forget? So I'm allowed to choose, right?
Yeah, you can pick one or neither. You can
Okay.
sneak out today if
I
you want.
can. However, before I sneak out, I'm thinking I might want to do the self-defense class. Just as a like, hey, if I'm going to go out there, let me know if you see anything on the ground, by the way. I'm looking for items, but I'm not finding
Oh yeah,
anything. But sometimes it's hard to tell the background from the items.
that is correct. That is on purpose, actually.
So I can deliver supplies.
Yeah, which gives you enough to organization and toughness, I believe.
This is the classroom.
Yep.
Just reminding myself where everything is. And then we could do defense training, which will give me toughness and a little bit of stress. Let's do the defense training. You attend your first session of Security Chief Rhett's self-defense class. It's a small class, mostly security officers and other adults. You and Anemone, of course Anemone, are the only kids. She gives you a wink and a cheesy thumbs up as you listen to Rhett rant about how everyone in the colony needs to learn self-defense. I agree with Rhett.
That's hot. Sorry, what?
You could be walking along, thinking you're safe within the walls, and a flying animal could swoop out of the sky. Then what would you do? I'll tell you what you're going to do. You're going to chop that beast right in the throat. Hi-ya! So clearly, Rhett teaches the Miss Piggy style of martial arts.
Hey, if it works, it works. You can't argue with Miss Piggy.
But only if you learn what I'm about to teach you. And the only way to learn is by doing. Who wants to volunteer for a demonstration? Absolutely. The security chief doesn't scare you, or so you pretend. Rhett is like the biggest adult you know, and he's so intense.
I like his tats.
Yeah, the tats are nice. Again, there's a fishnet kind of theme going around with a lot of the men in this village.
I want the fishnet vibe is really nice, and
It is
I
really
do
cool.
want to incorporate that in my normal everyday outfit stuff.
Okay, I'm a manticore stalking you through the forest. What do? I run away.
Absolutely.
No, that's. I mean, and I bet I haven't read yet. I bet he's about to tell me that that's the right answer. There's a smattering of laughter among the other students, but you have to live your truth. If you see a manticore, you're out. That's correct, he says proudly. Only engage with the enemy when there's no other alternative. No one walks away from a fight without getting hurt, so the first rule of self-defense is to not put yourself in situations when you need to fight. And that is so true. Every self-defense
It is
class I've ever taken is like, look, the best fight is the fight that never starts.
every self-defense class I've ever had was step 1, learn how to run real
Yeah.
fast.
Or
Step
or learn how to
step 2,
verbally redirect a situation or something like that.
step 2, learn and notice when things are about to go absolutely south and do not put yourself in that situation as much as
Honest to
possible.
God, like, yeah, being able to know. There's a podcast I listen to called Hood Politics, and one of the things that the guy says is one of the most important skills that you can have is knowing when the vibe is off to get the fuck out. Like,
Correct.
knowing when the vibe is off and knowing when it's time to go. Once you've learned situational awareness, we'll move on to hand-to-hand self-defense, drawing on a variety of martial arts. Only when I'm confident that you'll be ready will we advance to weapons.
They're gonna let you have a gun. What?
There are a few guns apparently, but also we have a nano printer, so I assume we can make more guns. I don't know.
We could hypothetical, but we already are like low on resources for the nano printer as it is. So
Yeah. Okay, so I want to get exactly 14. Now this
or
one's
however.
right.
So do you also get the +5 kudos if you get the super goal on the nose?
Okay. Got it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 1, 2, 1. That'll make that a 1.
Yep.
1.
So
Now,
it's not high enough to get to a super
yeah, I was
goal.
about to say I can't tell. So
The super goal is rainbowy, so
let's think. I feel like maybe if I go, let's see what happens if I just do as much of a, if I make them all ones,
that's a
that
17.
that gets me up to 17.
Yep.
Let's see. I can do like a 1, 2, 3. Oh, right, but it's 4 because it has the highest value.
Yep.
Right.
Well, what about the 1 2 4 1 1?
Like 1, 2, 4, 1, 1.
13.
That gets me to
Yeah.
13. And if I
There's also
switch
the,
this, that brings me down to 12 because it lowers this.
if
If I
you put
switch
the red
that,
first,
that gets me to
that's
15.
yeah, you might not be able to hit the 14 on the nose. Um,
15.
what if you put the reds first and uh yeah.
That gets me back to 17.
That might be the highest number though. Which will also give you
It
kudos. It won't give you as much,
it
but
might be. Is there a way to tell before I go that it's the
no.
most? Because like
No.
I have items to use as well.
You have items to use as well.
I did get the 3. Okay, cool. But that was only 3 kudos.
Right, but you tried all of the different methods without
Okay.
using items.
Got it, got it, got it. Okay, into the early pollen. Starting by looking for items.
No items
I'm
that I
not
see.
seeing any
No?
either.
There's the mush put there.
Where? Oh, it's
Um,
it's behind the. Okay, I found it. It's good.
There's only two slots in this map. So
Okay, so he's having a sneezing fit. Yeah, he doesn't look happy right now.
He looks tired, shit.
Not to worry, my little beanstalk. I'll be fine. It's just this pollen's making my head a little stuffy. On Earth, we used to call this hay fever. The air is soupy. I don't like it when the word soup is used for air.
It's bad.
It's the same thing with fog. Even though it had nothing to do with hay, the native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year, and they smell fantastic. Well, we'll go ahead and smell them.
They look harmless.
Okay, well, I'm glad I'm not allergic. Hey, I know the last few weeks have been very hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around in the quarters wing. I did that already, Dad, but thank you. Okay, we're doing the thing.
You might be just worried that you could get sick too. So it's at the front gates. Is the
No, it's not. It's over here.
Interesting.
It's near the sports ball court, right? You've
You
seen
can also use the front gates to do it.
All right, we're sneaking out. Here we go.
So in this, there you go.
Events in this area can be done in any order. They won't cause time to pass, but will increase your stress. Return home via the Expeditions Depot flag or the home button at the top left of the screen. Watch for collectibles. Because it'll be not super suspicious at all that I've got a bunch of things that come from outside.
Don't worry about it.
Dis turns and disappears, haha, into the jungle. We're gonna follow him. I'm not gonna shout because I don't want to get, like, in trouble. Getting all scratched up. We'll gain some perception by trying to find him. What? Now,
I don't see any items where you're at. There is a thing there.
I see. No, there's a mush log right here.
Right, no. There is a slot for it in the area that you're in. You can't. There's like
get to
invisible walls on each of those things. So sometimes there's one there.
Like right here? Gotcha.
No. In that like open space directly to your left.
Got it.
Where you went up the hill a little bit. Yeah, there's sometimes one there.
Oh,
So
it's
that's
so
a hot
cute.
spot.
Your way
That's
is
a hot
blocked. Blocked by, oh, yeah. A small, strange creature with 1 foot and 4 large eyes. Oh, those are eyes. It's less cute now. 2 of which blink sideways on the top of its heads like frog eyes. It keeps thumping its foot on the ground. Okay, I remember that it thumping its feet on the ground means that there's danger nearby. Yeah, that's its thing. Does it only have the 1 foot?
It only has 1 foot.
How does it... Never mind.
Don't ask questions.
I'm going to try the animals challenge. My goal is
I think
27.
Yes.
That one's... Oh, right, because the -2 to the neighboring cards. Okay.
Remember that if you want to do that like 1, 2, 3, 4 thing, you want to put the lower numbers on the left.
Right. Well, also, this is like... Okay. That's 8.
You could do 1, 2, 3. You probably get a little bit more out of it.
That would give me 10.
Yeah, but you also have 3 rounds in this one.
Yeah. I'm just trying to figure out, like... Is there a better way? I don't think there is. So now we're aiming for 17.
If you take that last 2 out and put the 5 in, you'll be fine. Because while the 5 gives a -2 to neighboring yellow cards, the 2 that you have in there
is
is
unchangeable.
Yeah.
I see. But this one's also 15.
True.
And this is 14. So I actually get more by putting the pink candy in.
There you go.
Okay. Now I only need 2, right? So
I need to, but you can always see if you get more.
Only got the 1 star, but I did get the super goal.
How much was the most you could have gotten?
18 on the last round. So I could have probably switched some things around. You stop trying to get past it and just listen. Oh, you can hear little squeaking noises from nearby. It's probably warning you away from its nest. That makes sense. So we're just gonna not mess around. I see a mush log.
You can go pick that up. So there are like 2 different colors on the ground here. There's like a light pink and there's a darker pink.
Okay.
Right? The light pink you can walk on. The darker pink is like out of bounds.
Oh, I see. Yeah, that's the hills. Yeah.
Yeah. Just in case if you're like, why can't I go over there this way? Is because of that.
Okay, you leave the path and sneak through a strand of mush trees to one of the little sawmills. It's a small but busy operation. 3 people are feeding mush tree logs into some kind of machine. When one tree crashes down, it almost seems like the others are wincing. Oh, the other trees. Oh, it's possible that the trees, like, feel. Okay. They aren't planting any new ones or leaving any behind. You know that the mush trees regrow every year, but can they still regrow when you cut down everything like this? We are deforesting. Even the smaller trees are getting ground up. The entire process makes you uneasy, but also proud of how industrious your colony is. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like we're the baddies.
No, you just got a stat up there.
I did. Wait, what stat up did I get?
I don't know. It was one of those.
Yeah, I think it was toughness.
It could have been animals too.
It might have been. Get this mush log. Okay, so that's how I get back. Yeah.
Yeah, and there's more space to the right there too if you wanted to go to the right.
There's a question mark down here and over here. Let's start with this one. I'm going to try to push my way through the plants with a perception challenge, although I'm definitely stressing myself out here.
Yeah, you get 15 stress every time you hit a question mark, not including any that the challenge itself gives you. So base.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
If you switch the 2...
Like if I switch these 2, then that gets me 17 as opposed to 17.
You could also potentially use the playing sports ball to knock the other 3s down into 1s.
Oh yeah. Like if I went like
Well,
that's only 16.
There was one where you had one of the 3s on the outside to give you 18.
Wait, did it?
Yep. Now, if you put one of the 3s closer in.
I'm not sure what you mean by closer in.
Next to the one that sets neighbors to 1. I think it gave you 18. Oh, I may. Switch tangents focus and the hollow palm.
Still 17.
Thought I saw an 18. I might have mistaken.
I mean, this should be 4 now, right? Because it's the highest one. I think this is the best I got. Yeah, that's the best I got. 17 out of 17. So 1 perception, 3 kudos. You find a good stick and whack your way through the tangle of new growth. Take that, nature.
You got a memory and a thing.
Yep. Oh, don't want to stay away from that guy. All right, I think I'm going to do one more and then I'm going to head back. Like, obviously, I'm not going to be able to do all this at once.
No. Ooh. A figure.
Someone was looking at me. I'll get some stress and some perception. No signs of a camp or anything obvious, like a dropped pack. No note saying I'm watching you, signed mysterious figure. And that was a gem, right?
There is an item over there.
Oh, I see it. It's an egg.
And you can always see where you're going to. Ooh, an exclamation point though. That one's fun.
You spot Dis sitting in a clearing, but not before he sees you first. Instead of sneaking away, he stays still. Now that you think about it, you're a little glad to see him. You are so far away you can't see the walls anymore, and it's really weird out here and it's getting late. Hi, Dis. He seems to be in a good mood because he's outside. He obviously does not want to be cooped up.
Yeah.
Did you see Utopia out there? Chief Surveyor Tonin is easy to sneak past, but Utopia has like X-ray vision eyes or something. She'll catch you for sure if you get too close. She caught me once and I got in big trouble. How about I show you something cool and sneaking out will be our secret, okay? Okay. Just a few minutes away. Yeah, the ground drops off. Dis walks right to the edge without slowing. It's a long way down. All right, let's try to be brave.
I think the highest value card includes over the course of all of the rounds.
Oh, you think maybe?
That's probably why it didn't give you a 4 instead of it gave you a 3 instead of a 4.
That could do it.
Because you played a 5 card earlier.
Watch this. Oh, yeah.
Hey.
And now my goal is 0, so I just need to find the best.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to go 0, 1, 2, 1, 1. I want to say that's probably the best I can do.
What if you switch the last blue with the red?
That's 9.
Yeah.
As
I think
opposed
that
to
might
16.
Be 16 is not nothing.
Yeah, 16 out of 16 was the most. Got my bravery, got my kudos. At some point, I'm actually going to, like, spend these kudos.
Yeah.
I assume. Ooh, and I got minus stress for that. That's nice. That's actually really, really important. You bravely step onto the rock and walk out over the edge. You both sit down, feet dangling over the precipice to look out in an amazing view. You snap a picture with your hollow palm, but you won't share it on the net. Yeah, obviously, or else you're going to get in trouble.
Yeah. You can keep exploring if you want.
Gained memory, +2 friendship. No, I'm just going to go home. Some bravery, some perception. And we're
now that's on top of the other stat ups that you got while you were out
for all those challenges, yeah.
Yes.
You tell Tangent you know where Dis has been going. You tell her he's been sneaking out. I will keep him safe. Full offense, Selene, but you're just a kid.
Rude, but okay.
Tangent, why? You're breaking my heart. It's good to know he isn't alone out there, yes. Yeah, we'll go out at some point again.
Yeah.
Oh, I need toughness 40 to get the next training. Okay, got it.
Yeah. So they go up, I think it's 20, 40, and 80. I don't remember if there's a 60, but I do know that there's an 80.
I know that he likes these Xeno eggs, but I don't necessarily want to.
Anemone?
Anemone, or she? Yeah, she likes the Xeno eggs.
Yes.
Hi, Cal. One of my mom's boyfriends is teaching me yoga. Gotta love the casual polyamory
I
representation. Gotta love it.
think his mom has 3 partners right now.
All right, we're going back to class. We're gonna do, I think, the life sciences this time around. You're studying sugar bugs. This native species looks like purple marshmallows about the size of your fist, all puffy and squishy and kind of cute. They don't move or do much, but if you tickle them, they exude an edible syrup from a hole at the top of their bodies. Gross. And now you're going to dissect one. I assume that it's already dead, so let's do
it. I like how they call that out.
Thankfully, already deceased, yes. Sugar bug to work on. Well, again, I did a project in middle school where I was supposed to capture insects and pin them to a board, right? So it was on me to kill the insects.
In a way that didn't destroy them.
Exactly. I put them in a Tupperware and put them in a freezer overnight, or maybe for multiple days, so they would freeze to death, essentially.
That's horrible.
It's pretty horrible, yeah, but, grades.
Man, that's fair.
Oh, right, set neighbors to this value. In that case...
You could also do the 111.
Yeah, that's a thought. That's probably the best I'm going to get.
Unless if you do the 5.
I'm looking for a 34, though.
Yeah.
That's 10. But because it's being set...
Yes. But because they're all red, you get bonuses because it's a red flesh.
12. I think that's probably the best I'm going to do. Okay, so that's 11. That's also 11. I think I want to try to keep that 3 if I can, though.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 2 might be your higher than 11. No, still.
That's
11.
Also 11. I'll take it though. Okay, so I'm looking for 11 now, but I've got 5 cards, and I get 5 kudos if I can get 11 exactly. So let's see. Oh wait. Bingo.
Exactly.
Bingo, bango, bongo. Got it.
Darius, what was the most you could have gotten?
I could have gotten 16 total. You carefully section your sugar bug into 6 discrete organs. You take a photo with your hollow palm and carefully fill in labels for all the parts. That's pretty good. These things are slipperier than I was expecting. Part of mine are still moving. Gross. Great job, class. Now we're going to leave them overnight. Wait, we're going to leave the dissected bugs overnight? What are they going to do?
I'm curious. That sounds great.
What? What? The next morning, your class is in for a surprise. The sugar bugs are alive again, and there are more of them. Your teacher explains that their DNA is so malleable that almost any part of the sugar bug can turn into any other part if it needs to. The resulting sugar bugs are smaller, but will eventually grow into full-size ones. That's terrifying, and now I feel like I was tricked. I feel like I was just tricked into harming these poor creatures.
They seem fine and happy and totally alive and not dead anymore. I think you're fine.
Look at you, eating cereal. I bet you don't even know what day today is. Yeah, you're right, I don't. It's St. Valentine's Day. Back on Earth, it was a day when everyone had to give their best friend a gift, especially sweets. And when you put the sweets under your pillow, it makes you dream about who you're going to marry. And there are decorations of hearts and arrows and pigs. Okay?
Love that for her.
We don't even have pigs here. This is dumb. Marzipan just made it up to get free candy. Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, but live your life, sweetie.
Well, no one was going to pick you anyway. Well, I know who my best friend will be. Oh, really? Who? Oh, she thinks it's her. So you go around, find your best friend, and give them a gift. And make sure you do it by the end of the day or it doesn't count. And if too many people want to be my best friend, I'll hold tryouts for the position. It's only fair.
I love Mars, actually. She's fabulous.
Okay, so logically, we should be friends. Look, strength in numbers, deal-making as the foundation for human society. I'm just saying, we should be besties. I suppose us smart kids should stick together, and it will make Mars stop asking me if I've chosen a best friend yet. I accept your proposal. I just like proposed as best friend.
Yeah.
Which means I gotta give you a gift. I'm gonna give you the bobber fruit. I should probably just keep it. Oh, I was hoping that she would like it, but whatever. Okay, looking for items.
Meows at me, the little one.
No items.
That's so sad.
Nobody picked Mars.
Mars doesn't deserve this.
You chose Tang over me? She doesn't even like people. Whatever, I'm just too mature for kids my age. The older kids get me, even if you don't. Yeah, nobody likes you, Mars.
No, Mars is lovely.
Too gross, too gross. He said something that was very gross, and I didn't actually catch it because I wasn't looking.
He's still having, it's still pollen.
Yeah.
Pollen time.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm looking at it in the air right now.
Yeah. My guy needs to wear a mask. Is bad.
We're going to do more defense training. Part of self-defense is training your body so it can be ready for any situation. The security chief has you running laps, jumping through tires, climbing walls, and sprinting back and forth. He has this inverted anti-gravity pad that makes your limbs feel super heavy. Okay, so we're doing like Dragon Ball Z style gravity training.
Yeah. You know, I love it. I love that for him, though.
No problem.
And that gives you a setup there. You can see little guy. Yeah. So you got an extra toughness on top of it.
Yeah. Okay, so 5 kudos if I can get exactly 15.
Yeah.
And then, of course, I could always just try to get the highest possible, right?
Yeah.
Like... No, I think I'm just going to take the 17. No, I could have gotten a 19. Annoying.
I have no idea how you could have gotten a 19. But
Yeah,
continue.
I don't know either. It's fine. We're about halfway through the year.
Yep.
So this game seems to take approximately 2 hours per year if you dither around a little bit like I do.
Yes. You are gonna need to rest, Sion.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Dust is such a dry, hot season. Your parents are up every day before dawn, which comes far too early for your liking. They're usually gone by the time you wake up and home after you're asleep, so you have to visit them at work if you want to see them. Yeah, I have to go like 5 steps to where they work. Morning, Gooseberry. He's so much happier now, though, that there aren't, like, pollens in his nose. Have you come to see the harvest? Your mom and I are gathering crops from actual Vertumnan dirt this week. Yeah, absolutely. We got corns and beans. They're yellow and scraggly, but some of them are ready. Don't forget, the Vertumnalia Festival is coming up. There'll be a talent show and a science fair. I'm sure you're eager to participate. Yeah, I might actually see if I can do better than Tangent this time, although I doubt that's going to happen. Dis is finding new and exciting ways to get out of the colony.
Hey, if it works for him.
Okay, and like you said, I'm gonna need to rest soon, so I think we're gonna do class this time, and then we'll probably rest next month.
Yeah.
I notice that there are these little tick marks in the stats. I assume that when you get to this would be what 33, 66, and 100.
Yeah.
And there are some things that happen. I assume.
Yeah, you get perks.
We're going to continue with the life sciences. You're bringing supplies to medbay when you see something unusual. Tangent curled up on a bench, her head pillowed on a rolled-up lab coat. She's fast asleep. Wow, Tang's actually asleep. What? I guess that's whoa and not what, but whatever. She hardly ever sleeps. Like, just a couple of hours a night. Okay, so that's Tangent's augment, right? Her augment is she doesn't have to sleep.
Or as much.
Which is honestly an augment I would like. I've said it before, I'll say it again. I resent the fact that I have to spend a third of my entire life, the very limited amount of time I have in this reality, having to sleep. Not a big fan.
Hear me out. Napping, so good though.
I'm so jealous. Yeah, but I would rather do it because I want to, not because my body requires it or I'll die.
Yeah, but if you do end up getting something that makes you not require sleep as much, you will probably work yourself to death.
So we should let her sleep, but also it's a little weird that she's sleeping at all, right? That's not normal. Oh, there she goes. Just a power nap, no reason to gawk. Okay, so we're going for 14. No. If I want the maximum, I'd go 1, 1, 2, 3, 3. I think that's the maximum.
It should be.
But let's check and see if there's any way I can get 14 exactly. There's the 14. Because the pair is worth 1, right? Yeah.
Yeah, they're worth 1 individual plus another 1.
And 18 was the maximum, so I did both. Good job, me.
Heyo.
It's time once more for Vertumnalia. The mood of the colony has been muted this year ever since the attack during Glow. Though everything is still cheerfully decorated and the feast table is still heavy with food, mostly soy rations, this Vertumnalia just feels different in a way you can't describe. Yeah, because we're missing someone. What a year Vertumna has given us. The governor begins in her weedy voice. I stand before you, so proud of everything the colony has accomplished in such a short time. I have always hoped that we would bring with us the best facets of humanity, cooperation, resilience, and creativity, and the events of this year have given me no reason to doubt my convictions. These creatures were unexpected, but I urge everyone to consider what it means for life here. If Vertumna can sustain megafauna, then that means conditions are good for us as well. Our friends in geoponics are already working on the logistics of domesticating the wildlife. And that's my dad as second cultivator. Mars. Hey, did you hear? My dad says Udicott's gonna announce this depot's gonna open to the public. You know, shopping? Somewhere to spend all the kudos you've been saving up? That's fair. There's gonna be candy and toys and makeup and nice smelling soap, not the boring kind in the communal showers. I know this. I've heard of this shopping that they do.
Shopping.
My dad gives me an allowance. Too bad your parents make you work for yours. Wow.
Mm,
You
I
know,
feel like
you're still not beating the terrible person allegations, Mars.
I love Mars so much.
I'm sure she's going to grow up to be a decent person, but right now she's a brat.
She is very much like early stage capitalist in her brain.
Finally, the council remains unchanged from last year. We are, as always, proud to serve you and the colony as your government. Thank you for all your hard work and your perseverance this year. Together, we build the future.
Ayo, ayo.
Okay.
You can do the bot wrestling.
I could do the bot wrestling instead this time because the science fair Tangent's going to win.
Well, you could win. Depends on if you let her win again.
Let's wrestle. My rebellion is really low. I should fix that. Anemone and Cal join you for the bot wrestling biathlon, so called because Com has added a hologram obstacle course. Okay. This time, all competitors will first have to sprint across the festival grounds, dodging and leaping over obstacles. Here we go. It's a toughness challenge. One slot, becomes value 2. I see, I understand. I wonder how that... Interesting. So the sports ball card supersedes the fact that one of them becomes a 2.
Yeah, but if you put the sports ball card on the 2, it will become a 2, and then make everything next to it become a 2.
That's also fair and valid and interesting. That would get me 10.
Mm-hmm.
47, though. Jesus.
It's supposed to be a hard challenge. And you don't have the extra hard challenges on either.
It's 8. Yeah, I think... I think 11's probably the best I'm going to do.
My pitch for this one is going to be red or yellow.
Then 1, 2, 3.
Blue. Yeah.
Yeah, the 1, 2, 3 is definitely the way to go.
For sure.
But that still means I'm going to have 22 more to get.
You have items.
I have items. I'm probably going to have to use items on this one.
But remember, losing isn't a bad thing.
Not necessarily, that's true.
But you get stuff out of it, too. If you use items that increase your card number on the card becomes 2,
yeah,
it will stay a 2.
Okay, so I'll draw a card. Got it. Okay, so it's that card becomes 2 that's an issue, because otherwise I could make a straight that goes all the way through. And I don't have any zeros.
Yep.
So, like...
What if you put the beautiful vista in the middle?
Oh, because... Wait, it counts as any... Okay. It counts as any color, right?
Yeah. And then you could put the stress cry at the beginning of the full chain, and leave like 1, 2, 3 in the middle, so it goes 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. with the rainbow card in the center,
No, I
which will
think I
give
think I think I got this. So I'm gonna. How do I actually use the card?
drag and drop.
There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Look at that. 22 on the nose. Damn, I'm good at this. Wow, look at you go. You did it. You didn't expect the hologram obstacles to move. The last one dances around and gets in your way, but your reflexes are fast enough to dodge it. I gained a memory. I gained the status popular.
Yeah, and you can see what popular does next to your icon.
Kudos are doubled for 3 months.
Yep.
Com hoots and hollers proudly at you when you absolutely destroy the competition. Even Anemone has to begrudgingly accept that you beat her fair and square. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break. Water fight, all good, minus 50 stress. And I unlocked... You end up on top of the western wall with Dis, launching water-filled poof shrooms down on unsuspecting Anemone in the sports ball court. Seems like a neat place to hang out and relax. So now I have relax on the walls as a thing that I can do. Okay, no items.
Nope. No
Hi,
idea.
Cal. You want to hear a
Talking
fun
about-
nature? Oh, yeah. I can do the nature fact now.
Yeah.
Hop eyes have 1 foot and 2 tail forks and 3 stomachs and 4 eyes. Children are learning how to count by studying hop eyes. Interesting.
Oh.
And if you see 5 of them together, that's lucky. Wait, how did they find out hop eyes have 3 stomachs? I mean, they obviously cut them up.
Yeah, but Cal would be so sad if you told him that.
I'm just seeing if there are any other... Tell her what you learned today. I need organizing. You, I'm supposed to try to get you to eat a worm, but I need more bravery. Tell her about your day so I can get the boring card.
It's a good card, listen. It's a fantastic card.
Oof. Another thick-skulled cretin coming to interrupt my work.
Rude, but you're right.
I mean, I am coming to interrupt her work, but, like, you don't have to say it like that. Alright, we're going outside again. There's more to do out here.
So the events haven't refreshed. They do refresh every glow season, I think is when they refresh.
So I gotta stay the hell away from her.
That's Tonin. He's
Or him, yeah.
Tammy's dad.
That is terrifying. I'm gonna come over to this one really quick. Some farmland has spilled outside the walls. The fields don't look like they're doing very well. Nobody's around. It looks abandoned. There are some meager-looking crops ready to harvest, but animals are starting to get at them. Yeah, I mean, I'll get what I can. There are probably some sort of potatoes or yams. Hard to tell. Nothing really there.
You got +1 colony food though.
Yeah. Okay, so that's very scary.
Touch it. Touch it.
I'll go touch it.
Touch it.
In the clearing, the most majestic creature you've ever seen. It's like a unicorn from your dad's storybooks, but with leathery reptile skin that shines when the light hits it.
And hands.
And it has hands! Oh god, it has hands! Ugh.
Really don't call that out. We're just not gonna talk about the fact that it has hands.
I'm gonna be quiet. I'm looking for 27.
27's a number you can get.
Yeah, 27 should be a fairly easy number. Oh, the Hop-Eye Fax gives me a duplicate when I draw it. That's cute.
Useful.
That's very useful.
Super gold. AO.
Just trying to see if there's anything more I can do, but I don't think there is. Oh, there was. I could have gotten 24. Fair enough. As you settle in to watch it from behind a strand of mush trees, the Unisaur looks up toward you, startled by your movement. You try to hold still and quiet your breathing. After a tense moment, it goes back to its business. Then it pees, like a crystal waterfall on a rock. Everything it does seems magical. So I get a picture of it peeing, which I'm not a fan of because of where I am right now in the camera. Like, you can't see because you're only looking at my game, but I am my camera is currently situated exactly where it should not be.
That's much, much funnier the way that you said it like that.
It sharpens its horn against a rock, which is scored with marks from having done so before. And then it has a bulge in its stomach. It must have had a huge meal recently, or it is pregnant.
Braggers.
Eventually it curls up for a nap, minus 30 stress. Very nice. That was scary.
It was scary, but it was fun.
You're minding your own business when you stumble into... It's so hot. The two suns are beating down on you. The ground is cracked and parched. Ahead is a long stretch with no trees, just the merciless heat of sun scorching the ground. We're going to see if we can find some shade.
The 3/3s might be good too.
Yeah, that's definitely the better way to go.
Just because you get the straights and the 3 of
And
kind.
they're all blue, yeah.
Yeah, they're the flesh and the 3 of kind.
Okay, so nailed that, but now I need the kudos.
You've already knocked the super goal too, which means you're gonna get a +1 perception regardless.
This is not going to stay a 3, is the thing.
Not if you use the beautiful vista. If you don't use the beautiful vista, it'll say 3. What happens if you change out for the hiding in the crash? Because that's also a 2. Yeah.
Still 24, but good looking out.
Thoughts. What if you switch the first and the last card? Because the beautiful vista will also give it a
25?
Yeah.
25, we'll take it. Hell yeah, thank you for that that little suggestion there, because that got me from the 24 to the 25. Got me some kudos.
Kudos.
Little bit of stress, little bit of perception.
You've never gone this far away.
If I take one more step, I'll be farther away from the colony than I've ever been.
There is a mushwood log over there too.
I saw it on the other side of the event, right?
Yeah.
But I feel like I want to clear out events roughly in order. They said specifically that there's no order, but like,
There is no order.
I'm gonna go hit this one. Another creature? Is that an
So
upside down sheep?
that is a float cow, and it's upside down.
It is fully upside down. A large
Fully.
woolly blue creature is floating here a meter off the ground. It seems to be upside down, which is causing it some distress.
Baby.
Pop the float cow? I mean, that's all I can do.
You don't have the animals to...
You pop her dorsal bladder and let the liquid drain out, or she'll never be able to flip over. She hates it. You're drenched with a hot explosion of what you hope is milk. Gross, gross, gross. Gross. Gross.
She spirals away as she jettisons out of her body.
I'm going home. I need to take a shower.
Unrelated, you're at a point in your track. I don't know if you're gonna get additional stress just by going home now, but I don't remember.
You crawl through the big drainage pipe. Uh-oh. I don't have the right perception. Hi, Chief Surveyor Tonin. Well, well, well. I've been wondering where you... Well, and I smell awful right now,
Yes.
right? I am covered in sour, like, float cow milk. I sent Utopia out with some survey drones to look for you hours ago. You're lucky your parents have been too busy to notice yet. I should probably tell them. But maybe you've already learned your lesson. No, I haven't. No more playing outside the gates, okay? I'm sorry. Okay, one more, and then we've got our next glow, right?
One more season.
Yeah.
So you still have to do wet season.
Tangent is deep in conversation with one of the other scientists. He seems to be consoling her, though Tangent's face betrays no emotion. She's doing really well for someone so young, and that everyone compromised some of their samples when they were first learning. You doing okay, buddy? I'm fine. I compromised an experiment I was working on because the vent was still open when I was spraying the workstation down with sanitizer. Yeah, that's fair enough. It's so gross here, I probably did that fungus a favor. There are pollen spots or spores everywhere. And he comes over here and tells me it'll be okay, Tang, like it's his job to console and patronize me. I mean, it is okay to make mistakes, though. Don't you understand? If we never feel the pain of failure, if there's no cost to it, why would we ever improve? I need to own my own mistakes. So it sounds like she and I are agreeing here. It sounds like we're both saying it's okay to make mistakes. You have to in order to progress.
I think she's like, I need to not be told that it's okay to make mistakes. I need somebody to be like, you could have done better instead.
What I don't need is someone to pat me on the head and tell me it's okay and the adults will make it all better. I messed up, just let me fix it. Don't make a big deal about it. Okay, she's having her own issues. Because all I said was it's okay to make mistakes. I'm not trying to tell her that, like, she can do no wrong or anything. I need some time off. I need to sleep.
You can also rest on the walls.
That's true. I think I'll do that this time.
That's a new one.
Just checking in on everybody. I'll even check in on Marzipan.
I love Mars. She's lovely.
Yeah, so sitting on the walls.
I think it's through security. I'm not sure.
I could sneak out through the drain pipe, but I can't do that this month.
I think security is where it was unlocked in.
Security.
Yeah. Or
Relax on the
garrison,
walls.
yeah.
After the first attack on the colony, they added lookout towers to the walls. Now you have a place to hang out if you don't feel like working, and because it's all the way up here, no adults are going to come ask you to run any errands for them. Perfect place to slack off, keep watch, or study. Obviously, I'm the nerd, so I'm going to say it's a study place.
+1 reasoning. Nice.
You pack your holoculars.
Holoculars.
The wall is a great vantage point to examine the wild jungle outside the colony. Your independent study even counts towards class credits without actually having to be in class. Oh, hey, Sol. You mind if I sit here too? Yeah, absolutely. Come sit over here. Oh, did I maybe invade Dis's spot? Maybe.
I
Well,
think it's just that he's like nervous around people because he thinks everyone makes fun of him regularly, which you can do. You can just bully this.
okay, into the wet. Speaking of Dis, he is not doing well. I'm gonna assume he got caught. Yeah, you could just tease him. Why do people keep asking me that? Sorry? Whatever. It's not like people really care. I I
Rude.
I care. You're making me want to tease you though.
You do. You do.
But no, I don't need to pressure. I don't need to push. I'm just gonna chill with him for a little bit. You stare out the big gates. The grass in the colony is trimmed short by garden bots, but out there it's wild and as high as your waist. Head surveyor Tonin is prepping his equipment for an outing. He's bringing a lot. Maybe he's going to stay out overnight. You're starting to wonder if Dis will ever acknowledge you when he says, I gotta go. But this is a good spot. I'll probably come back here tomorrow. Doll.
He's like, I
Us
want to have friends, but I don't understand how to make friends.
us weirdos gotta stick together, you know? Okay, and I'm at minimum stress at this time.
Yeah, which I think gives you a possibility of getting an extra stat up.
She's watching the hollow screen. What do you mean?
There is a mush log, but you see the little green smiley face next to your portrait?
There's a 10% bonus to get plus, or 10% chance to get a bonus +1 when increasing skills. Interesting.
You have a chance to get an extra skill up. So, like, depending on what you want to pick, like if you want to go outside, if you want to do stuff like that. It only works for like the first
Right.
first thing you do right after you rest.
Right, and the moment I start increasing my stress again,
Then it goes away.
then
Yeah.
it's gonna go away. All right. Well, let's go to biology class. Today in class, you're studying genetic enhancements. Nearly everyone in class has one, rude, chosen for them by their parents before they were born. And it's all thanks to gene tech.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it amazing? The people of Earth almost never had access to this stuff, and we have all the equipment right here in our little colony. I just worry that this kind of genetic tampering inevitably leads to eugenics. It's just one of those things. Like, I'm sure it's a wonderful thing that these people have genetic enhancements. Tan doesn't have to sleep. Like, it's pretty awesome. Or sleep
I
much.
think she just has decreased sleep. I think she still needs the sleep.
Come on, don't be shy. What sorts of things has Ol Instance been able to do in her lab? Feel free to share if you have one that people can't see. So this is a good one for me to go to, because I might be able to get a bunch of other people's enhancements.
More information about people.
Most kids share their genetic enhancements. Temperature doesn't bother me, Cal says. I'm never too hot or too cold, I'm always just right. Someone jokes that Cal doesn't sweat, which is why he smells like flowers and sunshine all the time. Tang keeps quiet, which is fine. I like the Cal smell. Like flowers? I guess a little. Get up close for an intimate sniff.
It's a flirt.
At
Flirt
age
with
11.
Do it. Flirt with Cal. He's cute.
Oh, he changed his smile.
His smile is so happy. I love Cal so much.
He smells like Vertumna.
He's been in the dirt so much.
Can you see any way to get above a 25?
Yeah, switch all of your red cards with all of your blue cards.
Like, put the red cards in the front?
Yeah, because the second slot makes that number become a 2.
Oh, so I could do that. That gets me to 27. Yeah.
I don't know if it'll make it be the highest, but
I think this one is going to be the highest because I also have two, like, 3-card
it is a
flushes,
plus
right?
10 instead of like a plus 8, I think. So yeah. Oh, maybe.
There was a 28 available.
It was probably with the 3.
Got lots of biology, got some reasoning, got stress. Moving on.
I wonder how it would have made. I never know. I'm not good with that.
I'm pretty good at it, but, like, as you can see, I'm not perfect at it.
It has a specific way, and it's a little bit difficult to wrap your brain around. Like, I prefer doing straights. That's my like go-to.
Okay, so first things first, I noticed there's a little, like, garbage bin looking thing that has feet
Where?
right in the middle by the
Oh,
post.
the little robot guy.
That's adorable.
I I think because they have robots, right? So I think that's like a gardening Roomba.
Okay, hold this to your head now, my darling. It'll help with the swelling. Cal is
Cal's
sitting
mom was hot.
with his mother, who kneels beside him holding an ice pack to his head. His eyes are puffy. Hello, Selene. Don't worry, recalcitrance just took a tumble off of something he shouldn't have been climbing. Which, I mean, honestly, I feel like that's every third day for Cal. Mom! It wasn't that. Yeah, it definitely sounds like something he'd do. I climbed it
So
before
true.
and it was fine. And note that he's not disagreeing with me.
Right, though, like for sure.
It was slippery from the irrigation misters, that's all. Mom always knows how to make it better. Even if I'm old enough to take care of myself. My brave boy. Thanks for humoring me. Don't let him show off for you, Selene. Ground-based feats of bravery only for the rest of the day.
I think she's the doctor.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, I feel that. I had a similar, despite her many faults, I had a similar relationship with my mom.
Ooh,
At least when she was around.
If you go to command, they said that they were going to open the depot.
Command.
It was in the top right.
Is that one? Yeah, where I was doing deliveries. Right. Visit the supply depot. So I could get a cake. I could get an animal book, which will give me +5 animals. So
and
that's
+1 all flushes.
to all flushes. That's actually really nice. +1 bonus to pairs. +1
The
bonus to
pairs also
straight.
include multiples of a kind. It's just when you have more than one number that we'll see.
So we're gonna get the gardening trowel.
Yep. You do only have one item slot right now, but it's not a bad idea to have extras. If you click the little cards tab up in the corner,
Cards tab.
and then go to gear.
Got it. I need perks to unlock. I understand. I don't have any pets.
And you can look at all of the things that you have on you and all of your cards, just in case if you're like, why do I not have any red 2s ever coming up? And it's like, oh, because I don't have any red 2s.
Okay, well my biology is almost at the 33 threshold. So let's do one more biology. Cal and Tang are in an argument about the morality of animal testing. Cal is against it, calling it cruel. Tang doesn't rise to the bait, instead defending it on the basis of whether... Oh, she skips right to arguing that even if it's cruel, it's necessary. She says that sometimes the benefits are worth doing something you normally would think is immoral. That's a slippery slope. 10. That's a slippery slope. Okay, so +1 bonus to straights,
Yes.
which I don't really have a whole lot in the way of right now.
You have a card that automatically becomes a 2.
Right. So, like,
Um,
if I do like a 2 and then a 3, no. Okay, I have an idea. If
okay.
I go 2 and then 3 and oh wait, the other way around. Oh, because it doesn't have the highest value. It has to be like more than. It can't just be okay.
Meets it, beats it, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Okay. So, like
so
I've got a full house here.
right, it is really funny that if you put the yellow card first and then the red card next, that yellow card will be a 0.
It will,
Um,
that's true.
like you hit the super goal, so you'll be fine. You'll get an extra biology point out of it on top of the 2 that you would get normally.
23.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Could have gotten there, but I got my +4 biology, so with my card, that gets me up to 34.
Right, but it only includes like non items ups for per.
Got it.
You go outside the colony
I think
again.
that's going to be the last thing I do, yeah. I'm just going to check in with everyone really quick. I need biology 40 to do the next nature fact. Okay, good to know. Yeah, Dis cannot stand being cooped up. I get it. I understand.
He's bored. He doesn't like it. People make fun of him because Mars is there. Uh,
Stupid rainy season, stupid planet.
valid, honestly. So valid.
Wait, I can eat this, right?
Anemone is so cute.
All right, we're going outside. I'm sure nothing bad could possibly happen.
I mean, for varying levels of bad.
Whoa, terrifying.
Ooh, it's a boss event, though.
You hear screams coming from over the next bluff. Human screams. Oh god, it's so terrifying. Look at that thing.
That's Tonin.
You see Tammy's father, Tonin. He's being attacked by something. A manticore this close to the colony. He's pinned under one of the creature's pointed legs. He's struggling to get free, but the manticore keeps dancing around like it's playing with its food. Now, obviously, we're going to distract it. Like, I could leave and pretend I don't see this and get a card from that. But no, we don't have the time. Okay, we're fighting. Oh, I can't combat. Okay, so I'm gonna go get help. Uncle Tonin is gasping his last breath. Okay, so this planet has something against this family, apparently. Oh, so sad. He's hopelessly wounded. You'd apply pressure, but there's nothing left to apply pressure to. It's astoundingly horrible to see and to smell, searing into your memory forever like a flash grenade, leaving you lightheaded.
Oof.
Learned Utopia.
You learned more about Utopia.
You'll see Tammy soon. Tammy. Until his voice gives out. Eventually, after a great gasping silence, his expression of pain and fear gives way to one of deep, eternal peace, following his daughter into the great unknown.
R.I.P. Conan.
Even if Uncle Tonin is dead. And I would have gotten the card if I had walked away anyway, but at least I tried. Oh, I'm so sad.
Got your bravery out of it.
Yeah. Obviously, like, this is formative memories, right? Like, we're moving from being nerd to move. This is the second time someone's died. Like, we're moving towards more being a little bit tougher, a little bit more combat.
You want to do combat training then today, or defense training?
Probably a good idea, given what just happened.
There's crystals there.
I see it. And again, Glow is absolutely gorgeous.
It's so pretty. The planet hates you, but it's so pretty here.
You drill on emergency protocols and how to shelter in place in addition to regular fitness courses. Glow has everyone on edge, waiting for the inevitable attack. We get a +1 card.
Ayo.
Yeah, pretty sure I'm not going to do any better than that, especially since I get a +1 bonus to all straights.
Yeah, I feel like that's pretty much the direction to go with that one. Got a +4 to your combat out of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, if I had done that before, maybe Uncle Tonin would still be alive. Like, seriously,
Look,
that was not an inevitable death, right? I definitely could have probably stepped in and done something.
That was definitely a death that could have been stopped.
It's a quiet glow, but the grim, surreal darkness of the season reminds you of last year's violence. As the month wears on, you overhear arguments at dinner, adults worrying that an attack is still coming, and others who think that the first one was a fluke. Surveyors mention seeing new tracks in the forest, but are shushed so people don't panic. The gates are closed. You drill emergency procedures, filing soundlessly from the classroom to the creche to hide under tables, waiting for the sirens to call the all clear. You drill and prepare and worry, but nothing happens. Then, just as the glow is starting to wane, the toxic purple spill of the wormhole fading as the suns almost rise past the horizon again, the sirens start. You're reading a holonovel in bed when you hear them, followed by the stomp of boots down the hallway outside your quarters. An alert flashes on your holopalm, shelter in the creche, this is not a drill. You get another message from your dad. Me and Mom are going to stay in the greenhouses, we're safe, just follow Auntie Anne to the creche and wait for us, okay? Don't worry, we're way more prepared than we were last time. Love you, stay safe.
You have the bravery for it now.
You could go to the creche where you belong, or you could follow the security guards to see what's happening. Like, after having to watch someone die, right? As an 11-year-old, there are two kind of ways that you could go psychologically.
Right.
Either you go into full avoidance, right? I don't want to see anything like that ever again, so I'm never going to go anywhere close to anything that might even have the possibility of me having to see something like that again. Also, I noticed that the little trowel, the little thing I just picked up, is on my table. That's pretty cool. The little spade that I got.
I think all of the basic items are there. You got like the sports ball and the book and the doll. That's cute.
The other thing is, I want to make sure that this never happens to anyone again.
Yeah.
And that if I had just done something differently, maybe it would have been different.
There's like that revenge aspect that you could have like locked onto as a kid.
So of course we're going to go for the gates. You sneak out the living quarters and head toward the gate. You're immediately spotted by Chief Security Rhett, who stops what he's doing to yell at you and gesture, "Get your ass back inside." We're going to stay hidden and watch. Oh, I run right into Calm, heading the opposite way. You heard him, Naruto. Get back to the creche with the other kids. He looks so cool.
He's so cool. it makes sense that Anemone looks up to her brother, you know.
Watch out! He pushes you out of the way just in time to see a pair of talons swoop over your head. Whoa! Com levels his plas rifle at the sky. So cool. Get out of here, Selene. Go! And I get to the creche. When you get there, you spot Tangent and Dis huddled together on the beanbag chairs. Dis is stone-faced, as usual, and he's holding Tangent in his arms. You can't remember the last time you saw them this close. Tang must be really scared. You take a seat on a beanbag chair and wait. Other children filter into the room. Anemone, Nougat. Oh, Nougat you don't see. Yeah, you do. Okay, so you don't see him, so Cal must be sheltering with your parents in the greenhouses. You hope they're okay.
Having more trauma happen to him.
It's so dumb they won't let us outside. We live here too. We deserve to know what's going on. They're treating us like little kids. I'm not even scared. I mean, yeah, but also 11 years old. Tangent smacks his arm. Don't be ridiculous. There's dangerous animals out there. You don't hear much from outside. After a while, the sirens sound the all clear. You all file back to your quarters. Your mom and dad join you right away and give you a big hug and thank you for following their instructions. Yes, I followed your instructions to the letter from the beginning. No deviation.
Definitely didn't do anything stupid, Mom and Dad. I was a good kid.
I'm not going to be the first to congratulate Rhett, but all of his defensive improvements were exactly what we needed. Oh, he is going to be insufferable at the next council meeting. Credit where credit's due, Flulabelle. Could have been worse. Poor Hal. What a way to go. Oh, no, not halitosis. They're going to announce it in a few hours after everyone's had a chance to calm down. He didn't make it. What happens? Don't worry about that. It's adult stuff. I watched a man get torn to shreds in front of me, Mom. Like, stop trying to
walk away.
Stop trying to shelter me. You guys won't be able to go into the engineering wing for a little bit until it's been decontaminated.
Good, because you have a lot of stress.
You curl up quietly to think. Professor Hal can't just die. I mean, it's the third person we've seen so far to die in this colony, right?
Yeah.
He can't just be gone. He's your teacher. Then this is bothering me, like, for personal reasons as well, because, like, as an actual public school teacher, we have to do drills for things like active shooters, right? So, like, what happened to Hal here is just, it reminds me that there is a version of the future where I might end up like that. It's terrifying and upsetting.
I'm sorry.
That's part and parcel of being a teacher in the United States in 2024, right? Here we are at the end of age 11. We got a bunch of new cards.
We got so many memories.
Got a bunch of new memories. I love how dissecting a sugar bug. Look at the picture.
That is such a great picture.
Like, Soul is like, oh god, this is awful. And Tan's like, oh god, this is amazing.
It is really cool that all of the art is credited right on the card.
Too. Yeah, right there. I'm sorry, Hop Eyes. You want to be cute, but those eyes are just too big. You just can't.
Oh, you though.
Uncle Tonin and the Manticore. God, that's so awful. The gardening trowel. Telling a violent tale. We got plus 15 loyalty, minus 5 stress, minus 5 kudos.
Compared to where you were
where we started, right?
In the beginning of the year.
We got.
Look at how much stress you have. You have become less stressed.
We got 19 biology, 5 reasoning, 8 bravery, toughness, perception, combat, animals. We got a bunch of physical skills, which is good.
Yeah, that's all of your changes, right?
Yeah.
I think.
And then we're going to go ahead and start age 12, but we will do that in the next video. Thank you so very much for watching. Em, thank you for being here and providing your wonderful commentary.
I have small amounts of commentary, yes.
And again, this is not a game that I plan on recording and putting out like super regularly, since each recording session is like 2 hours. But I do think this is a story that's worth telling. So yeah, I think I am going to continue this. How many years of gameplay are there approximately?
20 years of gameplay. The game ends when you become 20.
So that's 10 years then.
10 years, yeah.
Okay, cool. Excellent. Well, thank you all very much for watching. I hope I'll see you next time. Toodaloo.
Bye.